Are you struggling with frequent nighttime bathroom trips that leave you exhausted and frustrated every morning? Does waking up multiple times a night make it impossible to get the deep, restful sleep your body needs? If so, you're not alone. Millions of people deal with nocturia, the excessive urge to urinate at night. And what many don't realize is that it's more than just an inconvenience. Poor sleep can drain your energy, affect your mood, and even increase your risk of high blood pressure, heart disease, and other serious health problems. But what if a few powerful vitamins and minerals could help you regain control and finally sleep through the night? Yes, it's possible. Many cases of nocturia are linked to nutrient deficiencies that affect bladder function, muscle control, and inflammation. By correcting these imbalances, you can significantly reduce those late-night urges. So, in today's video, I will walk you through the 5 powerful vitamins to stop nighttime urination, including how they work, the right dosages, and common mistakes to avoid. Plus, I'll share additional science-backed tips to strengthen bladder control and improve sleep quality. Ready to wake up feeling refreshed? Let's dive in. Number 1. Magnesium. Magnesium is a crucial mineral that plays a vital role in muscle and nerve function, including the muscles that control your bladder. If you often wake up at night to urinate, a magnesium deficiency could be part of the problem. Without enough magnesium, your bladder muscles can become overactive, causing spasms and frequent urges. This makes it harder to hold urine for longer periods, contributing to nocturia. So, how does magnesium help? One of its key functions is regulating muscle contractions, including those of the detrusor muscle in the bladder. When this muscle contracts too frequently or too strongly, it creates a constant urge to urinate. Magnesium helps relax the bladder muscles, reducing these involuntary contractions and improving bladder control. Beyond muscle relaxation, magnesium also has a calming effect on the nervous system. An overactive nervous system can send excessive signals to the bladder, making you feel the urge to urinate even when it's not full. By calming nerve activity, magnesium helps minimize unnecessary nighttime bathroom trips. Additionally, magnesium has anti-inflammatory properties that soothe irritation in the bladder lining. Chronic inflammation can make the bladder more sensitive, increasing the feeling of urgency. By reducing inflammation, magnesium supports overall bladder health and function. So, to get all these benefits, you might be wondering, what's the best way to increase your magnesium intake? The good news is that many delicious foods are rich in magnesium. Try adding more leafy greens like spinach, kale, and Swiss chard to your meals. Nuts and seeds, such as almonds, pumpkin seeds, and cashews, are also excellent sources. Whole grains like brown rice, quinoa, and whole wheat can give you a natural boost as well. And don't forget about legumes. Lentils, black beans, and chickpeas are packed with magnesium too. If you have a sweet tooth, here's a bonus. Dark chocolate is actually a great source of magnesium. However, if you're not getting enough from food alone, supplements can be a great option. The recommended daily intake is 400 to 420 milligrams for adult men and 310 to 320 milligrams for adult women. But here's where many people make mistakes. One of the biggest misconceptions is thinking, more is better, right? Not exactly. Taking too much magnesium at once can cause diarrhea, leading to dehydration, which can actually make bladder issues worse. The best approach is to start with a lower dose and gradually increase it. Another common mistake is choosing the wrong type of magnesium. Many people go for magnesium citrate because it's widely available, but it has a laxative effect, which is not ideal when trying to improve bladder health. A better choice would be magnesium glycinate or magnesium chloride. Both are gentler on your stomach and more beneficial for bladder control. Moreover, one thing most people overlook is absorption. If you have digestive issues, your body may not absorb magnesium efficiently, meaning you're not getting the full benefits. In that case, topical magnesium, like magnesium oil or bath salts, can be a great alternative. It is absorbed through the skin without putting stress on your digestive system. Studies also show that magnesium supplementation can significantly reduce nighttime urination. In fact, one study found that over 50% of participants experienced relief from frequent nighttime bathroom trips. So, by ensuring you get enough magnesium, whether through food, supplements, or topical sources, you can help your bladder muscles relax, reduce those sudden urges, and finally enjoy deep, uninterrupted sleep. Number 2. Vitamin D. Did you know that vitamin D could be the missing piece to stopping those frustrating nighttime bathroom trips? Most people associate it with strong bones, but what many don't realize is that vitamin D plays a huge role in bladder function. Yes! Studies show that low vitamin D levels are linked to overactive bladder, increased urgency, and more frequent urination at night. That's because this vitamin helps regulate the muscles that control bladder contractions. When levels are low, the bladder can become more sensitive and prone to spasms. One of the biggest ways vitamin D helps is by reducing inflammation. When the bladder is irritated, it sends signals that make you feel like you need to go, even when it's not full. Vitamin D also supports the immune system, which is crucial for preventing urinary tract infections, one of the hidden causes of nocturia. On top of that, it helps the body absorb calcium, which is essential for proper muscle and nerve function, including the muscles that control urination. So, how can you make sure you're getting enough? Sunlight is the best natural source as your body produces vitamin D when your skin is exposed to ultraviolet rays. But if you spend most of your time indoors or live in an area with limited sunlight, you might not be getting enough. In that case, food and supplements can help. Some of the best food sources include fatty fish, like salmon and tuna, egg yolks, mushrooms, and fortified dairy products. But let's be real, it's tough to get enough vitamin D from your diet alone, which is why many people turn to supplements. For adults under 70, the recommended intake is 600 international units per day, while those over 70 need around 800 international units. But here's something important. If you're taking a vitamin D supplement, make sure to pair it with vitamin K2. Why? Because vitamin D increases calcium absorption, and vitamin K2 helps direct calcium to where it belongs, in your bones, instead of letting it build up in your arteries or soft tissues. Without enough vitamin K2, excess calcium could end up in the wrong places, potentially leading to issues like arterial stiffness or kidney stones. Now, a common mistake people make with vitamin D is taking it on an empty stomach. Since it's a fat-soluble vitamin, it needs to be taken with a meal that contains healthy fats for better absorption. Another mistake is over-supplementing. Too much vitamin D can lead to calcium buildup in the blood, which can cause kidney problems. So, getting enough vitamin D can make a big difference in bladder health and help reduce those late-night urges. Number 3. Vitamin C. Have you ever thought that your vitamin C intake could be affecting your bladder? Most people associate vitamin C with boosting the immune system, but it actually plays a big role in bladder health too. The tricky part? It can either help or make things worse, depending on how you use it. Vitamin C is a powerful antioxidant that protects bladder tissues from oxidative stress and reduces inflammation. It also helps prevent urinary tract infections, which are a major cause of frequent nighttime urination. By acidifying urine, vitamin C makes it harder for harmful bacteria to thrive. But here's where things get complicated. Too much vitamin C, especially from high-dose supplements, can actually irritate the bladder and trigger more urgency, making your nighttime trips to the bathroom even worse. So, how do you get the benefits without the downsides? The best approach is to focus on natural food sources like bell peppers, oranges, strawberries, kiwi, broccoli, and tomatoes. These provide vitamin C in a gentler, more balanced way. If you need a supplement, go for a buffered or time-released version to reduce the risk of irritation. Now, let's talk about the right amount. The recommended daily intake for adult men is 90 milligrams, while women need about 75 milligrams. Since vitamin C is water-soluble, your body doesn't store it, so you need to replenish it daily. However, taking too much, especially in one large dose, can overstimulate your bladder instead of helping it. Another common mistake? Taking vitamin C too late in the day. Since it has a mild diuretic effect, consuming large amounts in the evening might actually increase your chances of waking up to use the bathroom. The best strategy is to spread your intake throughout the day, ensuring you get the benefits without unwanted nighttime interruptions. So, the key takeaway? Vitamin C can be a great tool for bladder health, but only if used correctly. Stick to natural sources, avoid excessive supplementation, and time your intake wisely. You just might notice a big difference in your nighttime bathroom trips. Sounds like a simple fix, right? Now, on number 4, let's talk about a vitamin that doesn't always get the attention it deserves. Vitamin B12. You might already know that vitamin B12 is essential for energy and brain function, but did you know it also plays a crucial role in bladder control? That's right. If you're dealing with frequent nighttime urination, a B12 deficiency could be part of the problem. This is because your bladder relies on healthy nerve function to properly send and receive signals for urination. When B12 levels are too low, the nerves controlling your bladder can misfire, leading to increased urgency, poor bladder control, and incomplete emptying. This means you might feel the need to go more often, even in the middle of the night. So, how do you make sure you're getting enough? The recommended daily intake for adults is just 2.4 micrograms, but despite this small amount, many people, especially vegetarians, vegans, and older adults, are at risk of deficiency. Since B12 is primarily found in animal-based foods like meat, fish, eggs, and dairy, those who follow a plant-based diet may need to rely on fortified foods or supplements. And one of the biggest mistakes people make with B12 is assuming they're getting enough from their diet when, in reality, absorption can be an issue. As we age, our bodies become less efficient at absorbing B12, making supplementation more important. If you suspect a deficiency, a simple blood test can confirm your levels. When choosing a B12 supplement, look for methylcobalamin, which is a more bioavailable form, meaning your body can absorb and use it more easily. You can take it in pill form, sublingually, under the tongue, or even through B12 injections, if recommended by a doctor. And, on number 5, here's a mineral you might not have considered for bladder health: zinc. You might know zinc as an immune-boosting powerhouse, but did you know it also plays a key role in bladder health? If you're constantly waking up to urinate, getting enough zinc might just be the missing piece of the puzzle. Here's why. Zinc helps control inflammation, which is a major trigger for frequent urination. It also supports your immune system, helping your body fight off infections like urinary tract infections that can irritate the bladder. But for men, zinc is even more important because of its role in prostate health. An enlarged prostate, also known as BPH, is a common cause of nocturia, as it puts pressure on the bladder and makes urination more frequent. Zinc may help keep the prostate in check and reduce inflammation, potentially easing those frustrating nighttime urges. So, how do you get more zinc? The best food sources include oysters, red meat, poultry, pumpkin seeds, lentils, and nuts. But if you're not getting enough from your diet, supplements are an option. Just be mindful of the dosage. The recommended daily intake is 11 milligrams for men and 8 milligrams for women. Too much zinc can actually block the absorption of other essential minerals, like copper, so balance is key. Moreover, one common mistake people make with zinc supplements? Taking them on an empty stomach. This can cause nausea, so always take zinc with food to improve absorption and avoid stomach discomfort. Also, not all zinc supplements are created equal. Look for bioavailable forms like zinc citrate or zinc picolinate for better absorption. So, if you've been struggling with frequent nighttime trips to the bathroom, it's worth checking your zinc intake. And there you have it, 5 powerful vitamins and minerals that can help you finally break free from those frustrating nighttime bathroom trips. But before you go, let's talk about some additional strategies that can make an even bigger difference. While these nutrients are incredibly effective, combining them with the right habits can take your results to the next level. First, let's talk about fluid management. It's not just about how much you drink, it's when you drink that matters. Make sure you're staying well hydrated throughout the day, but start cutting back on fluids a few hours before bedtime. And if you're someone who enjoys an evening coffee or a glass of wine, you might want to reconsider. Caffeine and alcohol act as diuretics, meaning they make your body produce even more urine. So avoid them before bedtime. Now, here's something a lot of people overlook: leg elevation. If your legs tend to swell during the day, that fluid eventually redistributes when you lie down, increasing nighttime urination. Try propping your legs up for about an hour before bed, or even wearing compression socks to help manage fluid retention. Next, let's talk about training your bladder. Yes, you can actually train it. During the day, try gradually increasing the time between bathroom visits. This can help improve your bladder's ability to hold urine for longer periods, reducing those urgent nighttime wake-ups. And don't forget about Kegel exercises. These strengthen your pelvic floor muscles, giving you better control over your bladder. Of course, quality sleep matters too. Establishing a consistent bedtime routine, keeping your bedroom cool and dark, and avoiding screens before bed can all help improve your sleep quality. And if you're taking any medications, it's worth discussing with your doctor whether they could be contributing to frequent urination. Some medications, like diuretics or blood pressure meds, can increase urine production, so timing them earlier in the day might make a difference. Finally, if nocturia is significantly affecting your life, don't ignore it. Underlying conditions like diabetes, heart issues, or prostate problems could be at play, and it's always best to get checked out by a doctor. And that wraps up today's video. Hopefully, you now have a better understanding of how these key vitamins, minerals, and lifestyle changes can help you reduce nighttime urination and finally get the deep, restful sleep you deserve. Remember, small adjustments can lead to big improvements, whether it's tweaking your diet, taking the right supplements, or making simple habit changes. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like and subscribe for more health tips. And I'd love to hear from you. Have you tried any of these solutions? What has helped you the most? Drop a comment below and let's keep the conversation going. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.